Alright guys, welcome back to another vlog. We are here in my shed again. We've got to get working on this beam setup. I'm pretty confident we'll be able to get kind of close to getting the engine in the car. If not, get a dummy fitted into there. We do have the engine crane and everything here. And I do have myself a Larkin's mechanical here today, so that's going to be massive help as usual, because when it comes to timing stuff, I'm terrified that I'll stuff it up basically. And yeah, so got someone that knows what they're doing here to help you get things moving along. So yeah, I'll try and get this A6 somewhat done. It's the plan anyway, right?
It's the plan.
So what's first things first?
We've got to get this water pump back on, get the new...
Because now we've got the new cut down setup that Blackhearts did. That's going to help us along.
Yep, so we'll get that on. Did you end up getting new hoses?
No, because even Chop said this is brand new. It's only just been done.
Sick.
There's no perforation or anything. He was
just happy with it?
Yep.
Cool, I'm happy.
Yeah. So that's the idea anyway. Let's get to it. So we got brand new water pump. Goes down in here. You already got the other pulleys on. That's the other new pulley majiggy thing. And I'll move this out of the way because that doesn't need to be here. It just looks better when that's sitting on top. Alright, so we're finally removing the entirety of the loom. I don't know why I'd sort of been keeping it on there. I guess it was just a safekeeping. I'm not going to lose it anywhere, but it was just sort of, I don't know, a thought in my head where it sort of keep it with the motor. But I'll put it up there because obviously we'll need to get all the plugs and things like that off of this loom to help build the new loom. Still got to work out who I'm going to get to wire that up yet, but that will get done in the near future. We'll just concentrate on like this mechanical side of it first. Looks so neat without the wiring. So I really want to do like a good wiring tuck when I do get this thing wired up. So ideally when I wire this thing up next, I'm going to try and tuck everything under that cover that sits over the motor and not have any exposed wiring, because that'll look amazing inside the car to go with my manifolds and throttles and everything else. That's the hope anyway. Goopy boys.
Goop.
But yeah, that looks good without the wiring, huh? Why do we have to can't I just run like Bluetooth knock sensors and Bluetooth variable cam timing? Come on. Get with it, technology.
If you want that, you're best off just going carbies.
Yeah, well.
But unfortunately, something's got to deliver the spark.
Well, to be fair, this would be sick on carbs.
Yeah.
But the drivability of EFI is a lot better. So what are gooping everything that needs to be gooped.
Just that extra seal.
So should be good. Engine actually looks pretty good now since I painted that stuff up there and with new parts and everything. Once she's all back together with the rocker cover and with the cover that goes over the engine, I mean, it's going to look pretty special. And I think with the manifolds, when they do arrive from New Zealand, hopefully it's before I go to America. That's the hope anyway. But that is the news, guys. I guess I just dropped it right there. I am going to America for 7 weeks. I am buying a car over there. I'm basically buying one of those, but a 4-door. So I'm buying a 4-door G35 off my friend Matt Field, and basically doing the very same stuff that is done to my 350Z and V35. I'm doing dual caliper, GK Tech lock kit and Shockworks. I'm going to try and find some wheels and stuff over there, but basically going to be traveling around trying to do as much drifting as we can for 7 weeks in the States with me, my wife and my 2 kids, hence the 4-door. I might be putting a tow hitch on it and getting a trailer, but overall it's going to be a wicked thing. But because of that, like I'd mentioned in a previous vlog, the silver V35 out here is for sale, but I'm also selling my white V35, my JZX 110 and Tiana's Truno. So if you're interested in any of these cars, hit us up. Obviously the V35, you guys have seen it getting used. It's a sick car, runs perfect, starts every go, doesn't leak a drop of oil, just replaced the steering rack. Other than that, the car's sick. Has this dent here in the side, and it needs a headlight because the other side headlight's broken. This V35 here is for sale. I don't know why I bought it. I really shouldn't have, but it was too cheap. I'm just selling it again for what I paid for it, 4 grand, guys. V35 manual Brembos. You can literally go out and do the same shit that I did to this car here. Only thing is the silver one needs a clutch. It's fine to daily drive at the moment, but if you're going to drift it and stuff, it needs a clutch. My JZX 110, most of you guys already know about, but that is for sale as well. High mount turbo, Haltech, all the good stuff. But it all has to go because I just want more and more money to be able to do drifting in the States. Like I said, there's nothing serious over there. It's literally just fun drifting. The car at most might see a tune. Possibly NOS for a couple of things I'm doing over there with a bunch of friends, Adam LZ and a bunch of other guys over there doing a fun. We're basically doing a thing called, we're going to call it Drift Week with the Lone Star Drift guys. So that is going to be an amazing fun time. But otherwise, my very first event on the 20th or 21st of December, I'm heading up to Sonoma near San Francisco to do the Winter Jam. So I'll be driving a E30 with an S52, I believe it is, with a cam and lock kit and everything. So if you are from the States watching this, I'll be out at Winter Jam. That's going to be an amazing time, literally flying straight in there from Princey's wedding. So you guys know Princey, my bar, Sausage, whatever you want to call him. It's his wedding, and literally I leave his wedding, go straight to the airport and fly out to Winter Jam. So that's going to be ridiculous fun, and I cannot wait to get over there and thrash with all you guys in the States, because I do have a fairly reasonable amount of people watching from the States. So hi guys, sorry everyone back home, but I won't be doing anything. I'm not doing summer nats anymore, which I'm a little bit devoted about, but I've been able to move all my entry forward to the following year, and that'll give me more opportunity to go crazy on the S13 convertible. So there's some big plans coming with that car, but it looks like I'll be powder coating the entire chassis and doing a bunch of stuff that I'd really wanted to do but didn't have time and was always rushing stuff. So that's the plan there. Otherwise, getting rid of a good chunk of my cars, buying that car in the States. If all the cars go, I'll be looking to buy a car in Japan as well, to be able to get over to Japan and do some more stuff. So that will be super sick. Larkins has already got like half this already back together. So
too busy talking, mate.
I know I'm talking, but so this is where the line was cut. So normally that line ran around the back of the motor, so it's been cut there now, and this will continue to make the factory oil cooler thingy work. Yep. Some people said to delete it completely, and because it heats up the oil. There's a few different schools of thought on it, but I wouldn't expect that Toyota did it for no reason. So we're going to keep the oil cooler itself. The car already has a big radiator in it, so I think it'll run cool anyway. Any of my friends that run Beams motors in their drift cars have had no issues with oil temperatures until they've gone turbo. I have no intentions of going turbo with the Beams, so I'm more than happy to stick with the NA setup in this car. If I need a turbo, that's what the S13's for. It has one the size of a Beams engine. So that's the plan. I plan to, yeah, do all that stuff. There's a lot happening. It's been very stressful, the whole idea of leaving home. Not just you know, it's a lot different leaving home yourself versus leaving home with an entire family and trying to work out what we're going to do for Christmas, because we'd already bought all the kids' presents here for Christmas. Where exactly in the States we're going to spend Christmas, because wouldn't be going to America without the idea of a white Christmas. So that's part of the idea as well. We'll do a white Christmas, go to Disneyland, Disney World with the kids and do all that fun stuff. And I think Scarlett will only miss out on about a week of school, the way we've got it planned, maybe 2 weeks of school. So it's going to be an amazing time for both my kids and for me and my wife. And the track doesn't run at all over January. Our last event is, I think, the 20th. No, our last event, I believe, might be the 19th or something like that, is our last event at Archfield. So I leave on like the 20th or 21st and get back in February, and we start drifting again at Archfield in February. We shut down for all of January basically because there's so many speedway events next door and they take all our noise dates. So that's just a little bit of what's happening behind the scenes, guys. I know I've been doing that forward driving stuff the last few days and getting away from the drifting stuff, but there has been a lot of things going on the drifting side of my life anyway. So yeah, a bit of explaining there while Larkins has been a mad dog and making stuff happen here. See, this stuff terrifies me.
No rest for the wicked, mate.
No. Rest would be unreal. Sometimes I question why I was doing this vlogging stuff. Like, it's kind of fun. But then sometimes it's like, man, I wish I could just do nothing today. But then I'm like, okay, well, if I had a normal job, you don't get opportunities to just do nothing, so yeah.
Unless you work for yourself. You can do whatever you want, whenever you want.
Yeah, well, this is a good point.
That's why I'm here today.
So we're doing just remembering where everything goes now.
No, just trying to line these lines up, which are the timing lines.
Ah.
Just makes everything just that little bit easier.
It all looks terrifying to me. So is there another pulley still yet to go on there? Is there?
Yeah, right here in this packet.
Oh, that goes in that spot there.
Yep.
So I could give you a hand with that, but who's going to hold the camera?
Exactly.
Damn, that looks good, eh? Gives me so much more confidence with all the new pulleys and...
New pulley, new belt, new tensioner.
Yeah, everything.
New water pump.
The only hope is that inside of this engine's nice, because I haven't even looked inside at the bores, but we bought it off somebody else within the drift scene, so the hope is that he didn't sell us a dodgy engine and fuck me over. So that's the hope anyway, but being that it is all new stuff, if this car's wired correctly, and then with the link ECU I have as well, it should be able to be tuned up and just be like a sick little engine. That's the hope anyway. And the guys that I'm getting my manifold off, Sure Fab, or it's S-U-R Fab. Sure Fab. Anyway, they are sending me over a map to go straight into my computer. That will mean I'll be able to start, the car will run and everything, and then I'll just need a touch-up tune rather than a full tune, which can be a real headache when you're dealing with throttles and things like that. So that's very handy. And I'll cut this here. So I missed Larkins doing it, but this little pin here was actually through here, and it was literally designed to hold the tensioner away. So when you put all the timing belt together, you literally then when you're done, you just yank this out and the tensioner pulls tight. That's so sick. I've never seen that before. And you're saying it's common or not common?
Yeah, nearly every system that runs a timing belt with a hydraulic tensioner will have that pin.
That's sick. I've literally never seen that before. I can't think of any time I've ever changed a timing belt, to be honest. Yeah. Actually, on an RB20 once. But I didn't do it because it was terrifying.
But they've got a manual adjuster.
Manual adjuster. And the only reason I changed it is because when you change a water pump on one of those, you got to take the timing belt off. Like, well, you do on this as well. But that was the only reason I touched the timing belt. So, look at it all now, guys. Obviously, this needs a wash, this area here. But up from here, everything all new. Looks sick. And this is where you see if it's all mint or...
Yeah, turn it over a couple of times. Make sure your lines...
match up again.
Marks line up again.
Make sure no valves hit any pistons. I don't know if they're an interference motor. If anyone knows, comment down below if you know if Beams is interference or not, because I can't be bothered Googling it. I'll wait until people comment.
That's it.
Oh, I'm so excited. See the flywheel spinning in the background there. God, I can't wait to hear this run, man. These things sound so sick on noise. Like on full throttle. Alright, so I had to do some adjustments. I want to show you this like little pin pull thing because we can actually show you this time. It's so sick.
Does that have slow-mo?
No. It's just cool though. So you literally just pull the pin and it just allows the tensioner to work and then pulls tight. That's so cool.
Yep.
So we should be timing right now. We just forgot to line up the bottom one 100%, but the top was all lined up, the bottom just was a tooth out, so now it is good. So I've run into a hiccup. So the standard mounts have like a little dick on them, I guess is for lack of a better explanation, but they have a little dick on them which probably lines up with
pin.
Yeah, that lines up with the factory stuff. I got my little dick on them. And the engine mounts that we've got don't have the little dick hole, and I don't really want to cut into the new engine mount, so we're going to cut off the little locators, the little dicks.
Safety first.
You don't like my grinder? Oh, you don't have factory safety glasses like I do.
No.
Alright, times are getting exciting now. A gearbox mount, getting ready to go onto the gearbox. I believe like so maybe, or so the other way maybe. Going to be that way or the other way? It'd have to be the other way, wouldn't it, if that's hitting? This mount, oh, that mount's cracked anyway. I've got new ones. I've got a new one of that mount.
Yeah.
Alright, now we're up to getting the gearbox onto the motor for, well, it doesn't even necessarily have to be a test fit, does it? Once we bolt this on, that can be on for good.
Pretty much.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, we need to get some more bolts for the engine. We're going to go get the correct size and correct fitting. Again, for some inside jokes. When I pulled the engine out of this car last, the engine that was in it, there was a bunch of all mismatchy bolts in my SR setup, which was less than ideal. So we're going down to get the correct bolts, high tensile, so I won't have any issues there. Well, we got the nuts.
Bolts.
That situation. We got the bolts, but all the nuts are still in that shop because fuck me, that was difficult, wasn't it?
Fuck yeah.
Alright, off to what, Bunnings now or somewhere? Where can we get the vacuum line from?
Repco.
Alright, going to Repco or Super Cheap. Right, we're back now. We have our nuts. We're going to now mount the gearbox onto the motor and then drop it in, which I'm pretty happy about. Pretty excited to see this motor in there. Probably going to remove the rad support and the radiator first, so the engine will be able to slip in much easier, and we'll go from there. Right, so we still got to put the clutch fork back together and get that in. With any luck, this will be the last time the gearbox goes on this motor, so you know, I can't see this clutch wearing out anytime in the near future, you know, in the next few years realistically, being that she's only NA. I'm not going to drive this car all the time. I've got my other cars for, well, the 350Z for thrashing. This will definitely get driven a bit, but nowhere near as much as the 350Z, and I've been driving that for 2 years on whatever the hell clutch is in that, but it's nothing crazy. For some reason I'm kind of nice with the clutches, which is weird because I half clutch a lot. So yeah, some greasy stuff on the import shaft and that. Yeah, actually the guy mentioned, yeah, put some in there and some in that other bit in there.
Yes, that's leather.
Yeah, he said a little bit in that.
Yeah.
Is helpful. So yeah, get this fork put on, the bearing. Where is it? Bearing.
Bearing's right there.
There. Oh yeah, I couldn't see it through the camera screen. We'll bolt that on. We may as well bolt the starter on mode and the starter motor on now because we've got the bolts, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so we'll do that and get this baddie in there. I took the rad support out already. So much room for activities in there. Make it super easy to put the engine in. So yeah, let's see. This may even be the time it goes in and stays in. I'm hopeful, but I'm also doubtful. If that makes any sense. I'm hopeful, but I'm doubtful. Like,
well, don't know how this is going to mount up.
yeah.
Might have to do the K-frame drop yet.
Yeah, I don't want to do the K-frame drop. I want it to, I'm more than happy for the throttles to stick through the bonnet.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
But just for everyone asking, no, those are not for sale. Still get people asking me. I think my SSRs are for sale. The big boys.
Ooh.
So, yeah, they're not. Alright, so I was going to help him, but he's like, thinks he's He-Man, but Gearbox going onto the beams finally. Come on, one go, Larkins, one go. I swear I lined
Can't
up.
find the hole.
I lined the clutch up right. It should go. I think I lined the clutch up right.
Did it go?
I used the clutch aligner.
Slide it on the shaft first.
Yeah. There you go. It's going. Just needs a little jiggle. Hasn't been on there in a while. Alright, I'm gonna come out. These are exciting times. Super excite or super chill arvo. It's a bit of super chill arvo. But we're very close. Engine crane. Everything we've been able to put on pretty much. We've run out of thread tape. Well, you didn't have any left. I've got an entire roll of thread tape I cannot find. I don't know where the hell it's gone. So there's a couple of vacuum things we can't do at this stage, but they won't be too hard to do if the engine ends up staying inside the car now. Now I've got the car jacked up to make our approach easier, pretty much.
Yep.
It's time.
It's time.
It's time? Yes. Yes! Grab the beams in an 8.6. Alright guys, got too excited, forgot to do vlogging. It's in. I'm so fucking stoked, it's ridiculous. But what we're doing now is the engine doesn't stick up as much as we thought.
Which is a good thing.
Yeah. Even though this bonnet does have quite a bit of room anyway, I guess if you had a steel bonnet on it, it'd probably stick out a lot more.
Yep.
But what we've done is we've put a dab of grease and we're going to find out where it touches, and then we'll be able to trim to suit, because I want to see what this is going to look like with the bonnet closed today.
Yeah, we're doing it.
So we dab that down and we see where the grease is, right there. So that's where we're going to need to do some trimming. It's further back than I thought too, so I wonder if we just cut. You're probably better off just cutting a area like that out, I'm guessing.
I think so.
What do you reckon? Yeah. I feel like we should make some nice straight lines that I can cut from. And I'm starting to think we'd be better off with a grinder as well.
Yeah, now.
Yeah. Alright. I'm going to be cutting my carbon Kevlar bonnet, which Russell already kindly drilled a hole in it anyway, so I am intending to paint it. Even though I do like the colour and stuff. Once the car is the same colour as the Raptor, I think the colour won't suit, so I'm just going to hack into it with a cutting disc and hopefully it turns out good. That's all I can do. Let's clean it up from the top when we get to it. Let's see. As you can see, some deadly stuff's been going on. I've been let loose with the grinder. I do have another bonnet if I'm not happy with this one, but we've done some trimming. The one thing is, I am maybe going to go to longer trumpets. So this is where we're currently sitting. So we've had to trim back to just clear the motor, and I believe it just clears. Just clears the motor, and then we've got a little bit of something coming out of the bonnet. So it's pretty neat. It's only barely sticking out. Let's see. I'll have to speak to my roadworthy guy.
What hole in the bonnet?
Exactly. Ah, sick. I'm super stoked, dude. Look at that. So, a little sneaky bit of throttle there, but damn, look at this, guys. It's in. Obviously, we're not wide, we're not plumbed, but this is a milestone. I cannot wait till those extractors get here. Oh my god.
Don't even know what they look like.
Oh, dude, they are big spaghetti style that go up and then down and through. Like, they are going to look porn. So yeah, super stoked. And you were saying we have to cut a new hole for where the gearbox goes through.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the go is.
Yeah, because I had a 25 box in this. So we're gonna have to do some trimming for the shifter, but I'll get Chop to clean that area up and it'll all be good. Yeah, it'll be fine. I'm stoked. I'm so stoked. Alright guys, I think I'm going to wrap up the vlog there. Thank you so much to Larkins Mechanical. Again, if you're in Brisbane, guys, hit him up. You know, he's pretty keen to do whatever. Does absolutely everything car-wise, so hit him up. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and definitely subscribe, guys. I'm close to that 10K. I'm really hoping to get there soon, because that would just be another sick milestone. So if you can, hit that subscribe button. Getting the beams in and then hitting 2K within 2 days would be sick. And the best bit about hitting 10K is I need to do a big, massive dirty burnout for you guys at 10K. And I have a track day tomorrow. So hit the subscribe button, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll speak to you guys tomorrow. Bye.